conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
All right, this is the meeting of the Parks Commission, Thursday, February 5th at 6 p.m. And we are starting. Call to order. Okay, we'll say Pledge Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right. Okay. Do a roll call. I do this a little differently than Brian does. Carol.
Here.
Brian.
Here.
And Sarah's here. Ricky is excused and Miss Rickle is not here. Okay. Any additions to the agenda? Okay, no additions. Minutes of January 8th. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
We have a motion to approve the minutes.
Do I have a second?
I will second.
All right.
And I have a question right here. It
Yeah.
says quorum is 4 members. There are only 3 of us.
Quorum is 4 when we have 7 members, but we only have 5, so 3. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay. And CC moved. Okay. Any citizens' concerns? No citizens here. I don't see
Wait,
that.
you have a motion, you have a second. We need to.
Oh, yeah.
Second it.
Okay.
You fell asleep.
No, that's okay. I didn't. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Unanimously. Thank you, Brian.
Mhm.
You got a newbie here. Okay. Report from the Buffington Super Park hosts. Do you have anything to report? You want to come up to the microphone so we can get it on the recording? Thanks, Lauren.
We might have to turn it on.
No, I think it's on.
Can you hear me? I think it's on
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay, doke. Well, let's see, we've been there about 3 weeks now, and so far so good. We've been trying to get everything pine needle free, and that's been a lot of work. It's been great. We've accomplished a lot, and we have a lot to do still. I'd say we've been getting great help from the water department, from John. Few things took a few days to get, but no big deal. Like everything's, they've ordered us a power washer, and that's our next, we've got a list of goals, ideas. The bathrooms need to be pressure washed and painted, and same with the handball court. And then we're still going to ask for advice and whatnot on how and what to do with the skate park as far as officially cleaning it, because neither of us are going to get inside that bowl or ever get out if we get in.
Right.
And the kids that came in and skated at night last week did clean it for us and got the drain clear, but we don't know exactly what we're supposed to do with that
And
thing.
weed eated it around it and
Oh yeah, we're keeping it
looking at
mowed.
it.
And, yeah.
There's still the railing that needs to be addressed. Probably the best way to go about that, in my opinion, because of the finances, is that it would be better to replace the railing that's there or continue it and fix that rather than build a fence around it. And but the weed eating's coming along. The gentleman that worked for the city has been really a lot of help with mowing the lawns of the large areas of grass and stuff. So they've really helped us out with that. They've been fabulous working with us.
Oh yeah, they're gonna fix the sign over by the courts, and they're working on the lights for you.
The
And
courts as you walk in,
yeah,
the one that's
they were
leading.
supposed to do it today, but I guess they got busy. So that's on their list, and they know that you would care for the lights to be working. So they're gonna see if they can make that happen. If they can't, they're gonna have to call
It
in.
might possibly have to call the electrical company to finish that project.
But there was a bunch of electricity that was off, and they've turned it on, like the red shed has electricity to it, so they got that on, and so they're working,
good.
they're gonna try to,
They've been fabulous with us.
Good.
yeah.
Well, thank you. That's good to hear.
So just one thing about the skate park. My neighbor was very involved in,
We're going to talk about that later. Let's just move along.
oh.
Okay?
Yeah, let us know.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay,
just
well,
want-
thanks, guys. And
Yeah.
I mean, you know where we are.
Yep.
You can tell us anything.
Yeah. We have a whole thing about the skate park.
Okay.
So financials, we don't have any financials yet. Kaitola consultants have started working for us. I'm hoping that by next meeting, we will have financials so that we can have some discussion about what we can purchase and what we can't and what we might need to go for grants. And I think if we have that, Ann Velisis, Mayor, will come and speak with us. And so we can think about any questions that you might want to have, that you might have about finances for next month. I've asked Ann if she would come. Okay, Mr. Thompson, Commissioner Thompson, do you have a report? Anything about Dave Lacy? Have you talked to him?
Nope, I don't have anything to report at this time.
Okay. Commissioner, I can give my report, but I'll do it last. Carol, what do you?
Buffington Park is looking very nice. It's really nice to pull up and, for the first time in 10 years, I've seen pretty much hardly any pine needles in the dilapidated playground and, and just the mini golf it just is really starting
Nice.
to look very nice. I am very happy with our new parkos.
That is really wonderful to hear. Thank you, Carol. It's so good to hear something positive, So I appreciate that. So I will give my little report and it kind of ties into the skate park. But I did call Jewel Insurance because I was to find out exactly. She still has to get back to me. She promised to be back to me by no later than tomorrow about what our liabilities really are, like for the skate park particularly, and for the parks, because there's been some changes in state regulations that I'm not aware of. So she's doing that work for me to find that out. I did get a quote because I was supposed to look this up. A quote on fencing or just railings. There's 266 feet around. We had the engineers measured it what our needs are. So we're looking at that. The bench that the bench for Fort Point. Now we talked about that when we went on our walk around. I'm going to try to keep pushing to see when that's going to happen because it'd be really nice to get that bench in there before, like springtime or something. Up at Fort Point, the bench, yeah, so that we can. But we do have to have the tribes, and they're putting in some signage up there. So that's supposed to happen all at once. So I'll coordinate that with Rick Cook. We can hopefully get that done. And old business. Planning grant discussion. I met with Melissa to talk about that, of what we really need to do. And Brian said that he would be part of that, and Ladine. I'm also going to connect with some people that have helped with executing some of the grants in the city. And we need to get working on that. What we do is we will look at our grant. We need to hire a consultant that particularly does that. looks at the park and does, planning and what we will need. So that's where I'm at. And Brian, I'll let you know when that's going to happen.
Sounds
Um,
good.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, and then the next thing, and that's all I have on the planning grant. Any questions on that? We got to get that done by the December 31st, 2027. So it'd be really nice if we could get a company that just does that. And, we don't have to parse it out and that can do the whole.
So it's a 2-year process?
Yeah. Well, it's not really. Yeah, it's a 2-year process. Takes a while. That'll go by fast. Recruitment and volunteer discussion. Have you talked to anybody? Brian, have you talked to anybody about joining the planning commission? I mean, planning, I used to be on planning. Parks Commission? No. I did talk to a couple of people and I also found out that we can have people that don't live in the city. So someone that might live up in Vista that
I
had,
don't live in the city.
yeah. That some of the commissions, like the planning commission requires that you live in the city. But I just wanted to make that clear. So when we go out looking for anybody to, Brian, have you talked to, what's his name? Rush? Is his name Gerald Rush? Is he interested?
Oh, Jared Rush. We've asked him several times, so I think I don't think he's interested at this point. Yeah.
Okay. I talked to a woman that is going to think about it. The new business, moving right along. Painting the bathrooms. I talked to, Ladine was charged, and she's not here. She'll be at the next meeting. To put in something with the Rotary to have them paint. I talked to Melissa today. To, kind of grease those skids that, it's possible. We need to paint the bathrooms and, she was all,
Are you talking about both bathrooms or just the dilapidated one?
both bathrooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inside and out or just?
We were just starting with outside, but I don't know.
So the bathroom that is by the pickleball court, we're talking about the inside. The inside is worse than the outside.
Outside. And that can happen. That's easy to change that.
Because when we were first talking about Rotary, it was for the dilapidated building.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a building and
Right.
she was gonna ask for money for paint.
Right.
Just to spruce that up.
Right. But we need to do the bathrooms that are used by the public most like,
Yes,
yeah.
and the insides need it more than the outsides, correct? Yes.
but and if we can do both, that would be all the better. But I will tell you this, they are working on putting in these, blocking off for the birds to keep the birds from coming in because they come year after year and roost there. They're just going to have to find somewhere else. But they are working on that now. So they're.
Yeah, we did speak today about the fact that that was one of the projects that he wanted to work in today, but he didn't get to it.
Mhm.
Doing some more blocking up to keep the birds out.
When do they come?
Alleviate their nesting area.
Yeah, I don't know when they come. They leave in July, or they're supposed to leave in July, but they probably come early in spring. They probably come March. I know daffodils are blooming. It's pretty crazy. So, okay, so we are working on that and hopefully there'll be a vast improvement on the public bathrooms. So, anything from you, Brian, on that?
No, nothing for me.
Okay. Next on the list is the meeting change discussion. Ladine had asked, and it's fine with me, if we could change from the first Thursday of the month to the second Thursday of the month. And it doesn't make any difference. It's almost in some ways easier for me, but it's harder for me, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. So Brian, what do you have any discussion on that?
Not that I can think of. I mean, I think it's fine on my end.
Okay. Can I have a motion to change the date to the second Thursday, please?
Sure, also
Okay.
motion.
Thank you. Do you have a second?
I second the motion.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Change to the second Thursday?
Yeah. The second Thursday. So if we were to look down on our agenda, the future meeting would be Thursday, March 12th instead of February 5th. And that would be 2026. All right. Skate park. Carol.
The only thing I wanted to say about the skate park is my neighbors put it in and she said there's something about the paint and whatever, that it cannot be pressure washed.
Yeah, we know that.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Water over there,
Yeah,
right?
no power, no water, so.
Well, there's water by the gazebo. There's a faucet by the gazebo. I don't know if it works, but there's a faucet by the gazebo.
Yeah, the closest water is very far away.
Well, the gazebo's closer and there is a faucet right by the gazebo. Whether it works or not, I don't know.
Well, the faucet by the gazebo is inactive.
Oh, okay.
Great. That's good to know. All right. Okay, considerations from citizens? Any citizens on board? No? Commissioners' considerations? Carol? No? Brian?
I just appreciate the walk around that we did, a couple weeks ago, and thought that was very good.
And I'd be glad to, or anybody, when Geraldine, if she's available to, she couldn't make it. So, maybe one of us could take her around at some point.
There, yeah, because now the park looks better.
It looked pretty, I must say there was great improvement when we went around the first time. Yeah. Yep.
And I'll add, I just really appreciate our park hosts and the work that they're putting in. And I saw them out there even today, and I thought, oh, how cool is that? So kudos.
Yep. Yep. We're all,
Thank you, Brian. We've done a lot of things like the cracks in the pavement that's around the concrete and stuff like that, and getting the weeds removed. And then we're gonna have to move forward with that by treating those to keep stuff from continuing the crack and growing up through the crack and stuff. So it's just a matter of moving forward this time of year until we get into the spring and summer.
Right, right.
yeah, it looks really good. I've heard nothing but kudos for you. So thank you very much for your hard work.
We've got a lot of support, and thank everyone for that.
Sure. You're welcome. Our pleasure.
So I would, so when we did the walkthrough, we were talking about those 3 picnic tables. I know in here it's referred to as picnic benches, but to me, they look, those 3 green
Yeah, mhm.
tables. Our park hosts who are there a lot
Mhm.
said that another one, and it says here that we can move 2 wherever we want. So if we move 1 up.
One is
there, 2
designated.
to go.
Well, that's what was pre-designated before I even suggested. I didn't know that.
And then 1 more by the basketball court, because Lauren said that there are a lot of people that sit there.
Oh,
And there is a table there, but it's pretty,
It's broad.
yeah, yeah. It would just be nice to have that little brand new table that looks pretty and maybe right there alongside the basketball court. And our hosts could sit out there and have coffee.
I think that's great. And could we put the other one, since it's so pretty and nice, out in that area, kind of by the A-frame before you go in? I think there's room out there.
Yeah, I think we only get two, but
We can only move two that, we can't move all three of them, which doesn't, I guess they want to keep one down there in the trees.
I don't know why. We would have to find the answer to that because I don't know.
Yeah.
That was something
so-
Geraldine put in her report when she we can certainly ask.
But I agree with Brian, it would be nice to have a small one instead of that. And maybe if those two tables that, the one by the basketball court and the one by the A-frame, maybe if they're pressure washed and refinished or re-oiled or re-something, maybe they'll look a little bit more inviting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I
we
think
should, yeah, Brian.
I would like to motion that we do, and if there's a, problem with it, well, so be it, but that we put one by the basketball, one by the A-frame, and then the third one up at Fort Point. So that's my motion.
Okay, well, we already have it's already going to Fort Point. That's already done. So you want to put one by
Oh.
the basketball court, one by the A-frame?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, okay. A second?
I second the motion.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Brian.
But let's make sure we have jurisdiction over all three. I don't know.
Yeah, because it does say in
Say
there
it. Two, that we only get two. I will
Yeah,
like,
that doesn't make sense because there was none allocated. I've never heard anything it doesn't, yeah.
we'll just find out.
Okay, that sounds good.
Obviously, and we can find that out. It'd be nice if
Okay.
they were ours.
Yeah, they came as part of the parks order. It's a parks order that I know. So, yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure. We'll ask Gerald, we'll do some research on it and then make those recommendations.
Okay.
I just want to, this is sort of off the thing and then we're done. The city is looking at, kind of sprucing up the A-frame and renting it, making it like a little venue. The people, we actually have somebody is going to come in and do early learning child seminar type thing.
So people have been in there. Are they moving in or moving out?
They've-
There's been
oh,
cars taken.
Okay. Glad you asked that. Because I just found out today. When they were fixing the visitor center, they moved a bunch of things that couldn't sit outside
God,
into it.
restored
Yeah. And then when the Redfish Rocks, they did that thing, they moved some things in. So the people that were in there were the visitor center people were removing it. Now we need to get, the Main Street folks. Yeah. Susan and crew. And then, so we need the Redfish Rocks folks to come get their stuff. And, but that we're gonna, I talked to Melissa about working on something to, some sort of contracts, for when we rent it to people. And that, so people can use it. So this venue is gonna be nice because there's kids involved and parents and that's a nice venue to be right there at the park. So that's gonna happen March 17th, I believe. So.
I think that'll be wonderful, and that's exactly what we were hoping is, people do birthdays and community gatherings, and the way
Right.
they already use it for the annual cross-country race that happens there, as kind of the headquarters. So as many different things that can happen in the community, it's a great central spot.
Maybe we can get some dollars to do some other things. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. and there's parking. So, all right. With that said, I close the meeting. Thank you.
Okay,
much.
thank you.
At 6:26.
Thank you again, Lauren and Richard.
That is a record. Great job.